Watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night, August 31st, the final night to wrap up the month of August, and we're doing it in a big way here on another exciting edition of Wrestle Rewind. Hells yeah! The best way to wrap up the month of August is that we've got a stacked show tonight, and we're gonna get to all of the good stuff, including everything that's happened at AEW's All in London and Impact Wrestling's Emergence. And guiding you through this amazing journey to wrap it all up in a nice bow is your host. I'm Jose Casabona. I'm the host of Wrestle Rewind and a host, the founder, the content manager, and executive producer of this channel, the Ravens Flock. And on behalf of everyone on this channel, we appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in right now, whether it be YouTube or Kick. You guys are awesome. And joining behind the mic, behind the camera, is the host of the Black Files, my type partner for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on this channel every single week. Just a second. Hey, are you all in or are you all out?
We were all in last week. We're all out in 3 days.
Hells yeah! This man was all in, but now he's ready to go all out to party out with his shirt out. Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the Mister.
Don't actually take off your shirt here.
Too late.
No! Well, the folks can't see it, so we're good. We're fine. It's not going to interrupt the algorithm.
Except I might just need that back now because it's cold.
Yeah, go take it back.
I'm just going to take my shirt back because I'm a little cold now.
It's all good. And much like all over the shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our content. Leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, whether it be YouTube or Kick, If you want to go all in or all out for us, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you will have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we've got plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis that we created just for you. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crew nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback on how to better shape the future of this channel. Let's go ahead and say hello to the folks on the YouTube stream. I know we have 2 viewers on our Kick stream over here. We appreciate you guys, and thank you for getting us up to 109 followers on Kick. We have 1 person who was gifted a subscription on our Kick channel. Let's see if anyone else wants to go ahead and bite the bullet and support us over there as well. So saying hello to Lisa Boo. Are you shirtless, Wancho? Not anymore. Corisi Rando-sama and Nikki Bella holding it down for our mod squad. Thank you both. We've got Vicente Guerrero up in the chat as well, and Gene Rick is over here as well. Hey up, Gene Rick. Welcome one and all to Wrestle Rewind. But Jose, pray tell, what exactly is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
On Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. So, we just got through an incredible weekend of wrestling. History has been made thanks to AEW. We've talked about it on last night's edition of the Black Files. AEW has smashed attendance records for being the largest attended professional wrestling event in history, toppling WWE's WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas, which had the largest attendance record in WWE history.
And they will not ever let you forget about this from now on to the end of time.
Well, Tony Khan will not let anyone forget about this till the end of time.
Yeah, there's no freaking way that.
No. Listen, we already talked enough about. We already ripped on Tony Khan enough, and we've went into full details about the ongoing controversies right now with AEW and CM Punk. If you want more details on that, tune into last night's episode of the Black Files. Juan will share the link in the live chat very shortly.
I will do exactly that. So give me a second. I'll go ahead and I'll take care of that. But while I do that, should we go ahead and get this party started, Jose?
Let's go ahead and get it started. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so first things first, we're going to start off by talking about this week's edition of WWE NXT, the Fallout show from last week's TV special, Heatwave. So, the show opens up with a tag match, player. And it is the teams of the Creed brothers, representing the Diamond Mine. Brutus Creed and Julius Creed are back to get their vengeance against the Dyad, representing Schism. That is the creepy team of Rip Fowler and Jagger Reed. But this ain't no ordinary tag team match, playa. This is a steel cage match.
Oh, shit.
If the Diamond Mine win, they are reinstated in NXT.
Oh god! So this one was gonna be fun. I don't think. When was the last time NXT got to have a steel cage match?
They actually did have a steel cage match months ago. It was a weaponized steel cage match with Gigi Dolan winning.
Oh snap! You're right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
if only this was a weaponized. But you know what? I'll take what I can get.
True.
That being said, so before we get to that, just want to preface it how clumsy they handled this storyline with Schism and the Creed brothers. Okay, so. Rewinding a while back, Schism beat the Creed brothers on their way out of NXT, and that's supposed to write them off, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As silly as that sounds.
As silly as it sounds. But then for the past couple of weeks, Schism has been in turmoil with each other because apparently they have saboteurs amongst their cult amongst their cult gathering or whatever you want to call it. And
well, yeah, they're creepers, they're followers, their family, whatever the hell Joe Gacy's calling his followers these days.
And in a superhero heroic move, the Creed brothers came back last week disguised as the Creepers and kidnapped Ava Raine to get their match. What good guys, right?
What the hell? Yeah, no, that is so freaking weird.
That is freaking weird. But you know what? The match made up for it. So it starts off it starts off with Schism already in the ring. Julius Creed is the first person to enter the cage, but unfortunately things don't turn out very well for our Blue Diamond superheroes, as Brutus Creed was taken out by the Creepers at ringside, forcing this into a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Good Lord, man.
And
that made it into a freaking lambs for the slaughter.
And to Julius Creed's credit,
that's what good guys do.
I know, right? And to Julius Creed's credit, he held his own against the Dyad in an incredible display of strength, hitting suplexes on both guys. At one point, even locked in the ankle lock on Rip Fowler while using his other arm to powerbomb Jagger Reed in the middle of the ring. Holy crap! Such power.
Why don't we have a screenshot of that? That was freaking incredible. I got to see the actual motion of that, and that was fucking incredible, Jose.
Okay, so let me put this another way. I'm in a no-win situation with you, Juan. If I don't have screenshots, you rag at me. If I put too many screenshots, you rag at me. So where's the middle?
The middle is have screenshots of stuff you're going to highlight during the show, and we'll breeze past it afterwards. People would want to see that stuff.
Okay, thoughts for next time.
All right.
Okay,
folks, you just been clued into how we work out our production meeting notes.
I mean,
Live
this
on the
is
Ravens flock.
I mean, we're siblings. We argue with a bunch of stupid
we're
shit.
We're brothers. Angels are brother. All we do is fucking argue with each other all the time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So anyways, so Julius Creed, despite his incredible resiliency and strength, was still not enough to get past the numbers game on the Dyad, until Brutus Creed made his way back to ringside, knocking down all the Creepers, and he tried to get inside the cage, but the cult leader, Joe Gacy, has the keys to get inside, so naturally, Brutus would use his brain, chase around Joe Gacy, get the keys and open the gate. Or use his freakish strength and rip the damn door open, which he did.
Okay, so instead of like, oh, hey, boss, thanks for letting me in, I'll just go ahead and we'll just lock me back into the cage so I can help say my partner to fix the match. No, he's like, screw you, boss, I'm just going to tear the freaking cage door off.
He tears the cage door off, and he uses the cage door as a weapon against the Dyad.
That is freaking hardcore! Again, we gotta use a cage out of this!
And then we finally get the tag match that we all wanted, and things are going great for the Creed brothers. They hit all the cool spots. Brutus Creed was able to hit his Brutus bomb, knocking down the Dyad, and both the Creed brothers hit stereo basement clotheslines to pin and win. Your winners, and who have now took their gerbs back, the Creed brothers.
All right, excellent, nicely done, and they did it in a hot way too. Obviously, a steel cage match is not it's not something to turn your nose up against these days. Let me take a look at the chat over here real quick. Let's see. Vicente Guerrero was talking about CM Punk here with his suspension confirmed or unconfirmed. Punk should start posting in this weekly review show. Yes, already know Juan Jose would mark out. Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, we would.
Dear CM Punk, at us.
Dear CM Punk, hijack our show.
Come hijack our show. We don't care. We'll go ahead. We'll give you an hour and a half for you to go nuts. We don't give a damn. Let's see here. Steel cage tag match. Gold, right? The word there is the right word there, or more like NXT brutal gold. Kidnapping Ava Raine, and she'll start cutting promos on the Creed brothers about shoving objects up their candy asses sideways.
Oh, come on, man! She's
trying not to be the little pebble.
Yeah, dude, I'm holding back making rock jokes on her expense, man.
It's too easy. But we can't help it over here. Also, Green E Dragon. Is it Green Eye Dragon or Greeny Dragon? How do you say that? But in any case, hello, welcome to Wrestle Rewind. They're saying, damn, it's been a while since I've actually watched wrestling, but it seems like it's still interesting, or they make what happened interesting. LOL.
Hey, man, we do our best.
We do our best to help recap this stuff for you folks. See, and for those who are not into professional wrestling, we hope that this is an educational moment for you guys.
And hey, if you're new here watching, click the subscribe button. We produce 4 shows every week on this channel.
All right, so they thank you for that, Jose. And also, of course, they corrected Green Eye Dragon. Thank you for that. I just needed a correction. I just needed a clarification. I don't like messing up people's names.
Well, Hey, Wancho, you know what I like in my wrestling?
What?
Go ahead, take a guess.
Bra and panty matches from the Attitude Era.
So typical. I mean, you're right, but that's not what I'm alluding to.
Dork. Okay. I don't know. For the matches to make sense.
You're on the right track.
Okay.
You know what I like? Tournaments! Hells yeah! And we got a new tournament that's been announced on WWE NXT, which is called the NXT Global Heritage Invitational.
All right. Okay, this is nice.
After Noam Dar has successfully captured his third Heritage Cup trophy last week on Heatwave, WWE has announced that there will be a tournament, the Heritage Cup Invitational, and whoever wins this tournament gets to challenge Noam Dar for the NXT Heritage Cup. What are the rules?
What are these rules? Okay. 2 groups with 4 superstars in each group in a round robin style tournament. Oh, that's nice. The matches have a 12-minute time limit. Pinfall or submission victory earns 2 points. A draw earns 1 point. The winner of Group A faces the winner of Group B on September 25th, and the winner of that match will face Noam Dar for the Heritage Cup on September 30th at NXT No Mercy in Bakersfield, California.
Yes! Holy shit, yes! And let's go ahead and take a look at the current tournament bracket that we have.
All right, so Group A it consists of, oh snap, Butch!
Representing Birmingham, England, and coming straight from SmackDown,
okay, so
Butch.
Butch is coming in. Let's see here, Charlie Dempsey.
Representing the USA.
Also, the big strong boy, Tyler Bate.
Representing Dudley, England.
And Axiom.
Representing Spain.
And in Group B, we have, I'm going the other way around, Duke Hudson.
Representing Australia.
Akira Tozawa.
Representing Kobe, Japan.
Joe Coffey.
Representing Scotland.
And Nathan Fraser.
Representing the Jersey Channel.
All right, so this is a nice way of setting up these tournaments over here, so I like how this is going to work out. This is interesting. It's different. I can dig it. Can you dig it?
I can dig it. In fact, I think we've covered something similar to this. Back in the older episodes of the Wednesday Night War, during the pandemic era of 2020, WWE NXT had a tournament of this style for their interim NXT Cruiserweight Champion, because at the time during the pandemic, the Cruiserweight Champion was over in the United Kingdom, and because
travel
restrictions.
Restrictions. He couldn't make it.
Yeah, so they needed a champion in the U.S. But anyways, enough looking into the past. Let's look at the present. One of the 2 tournament matches that was actually exciting was Nathan Fraser versus Joe Coffey.
All right, so this is part of Group B over here. So let's see how these boys roll.
Oh my goodness, it is a clash of speed and power, big versus small, meaty versus nimble. I don't have any other opposites to go with here. I could say David and Goliath, but how many people have said David and Goliath already?
Plenty, too many.
Yeah, too many people.
More than enough.
But nevertheless, this was such good shit to watch. During this match, we also had Noam Dar, the Heritage Cup champion, no screenshot, with his Metaphor group watching and enjoying themselves. No,
good Lord.
Yeah.
No, I was just checking the rest of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So great back and forth action between Nathan Fraser and Joe Coffey. Nathan Fraser during the middle of the match had Coffey against the ropes until Coffey was able to knock him down with a clothesline, only getting a 2 count. The action then spilled out at ringside. Nathan Fraser running in and hitting a suicide dive with such incredible speed. Holy crap, that's awesome. There was one part in the match that WWE actually cut out, but someone online on Twitter actually got a GIF of. Nathan Fraser was running, and he was hitting the ropes. And while he was running towards the ropes, his head accidentally whiplashed through the ropes.
Oh, I caught that. Oh, that sucked so bad. Okay, let me see if I can find that. It was Nathan Fraser?
It was Nathan Fraser. Again, WWE cut that part out. I didn't see it on the Hulu replay or Peacock, but it happened.
Oh, no, I'm trying to see if I can find it over here, because you said there was a GIF. You said there was a freaking GIF.
It was a GIF on Twitter.
Well, I'm still trying to find it over here. Let's see.
If you can find it on Google, good luck. But I'll keep going.
Joe Coffey.
Yeah. So, getting back to the match, and then Nathan Frazier was able to roll Gacy back into the ring and hit a springboard frog splash, only to get a 2 count. I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. Unfortunately, it's a photo, not a GIF.
Oh no, they're like, oh, watch the video through us on the Sun. What the fuck, son?
No thanks.
Yeah, do I have to? Well, I could. I think I can show it. Would you like me to show it at least?
Go right ahead. You can show
All right.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I think. I think
boy.
we might have a problem with being able to show it over here. Yeah. Let me just see.
Ah!
Damn it, Tony!
Damn it!
Get out of here!
Get out! Come on, man.
Get out of here, Tony Khan!
We'll get to you in a bit. Come on.
Dude, we're in the middle of a bit over here. Cut it out.
Wait your turn.
You don't even go here.
Ah.
All right. Here's as much of a blow up of the images I can get you guys. Take a look over here.
The first image is when Nathan Frazier made impact onto the ring ropes while running, and on the bottom photo
Here
is what happened afterwards, where he whiplashed his head through the ropes.
So it looked like he clipped through the same way a video game character would glitch through a wall or something. It was disastrous.
Seriously,
it looked like it hurt like shit.
Seriously, I could recreate this on my WWE 2K22 if I wanted to.
And recreate it with all the botch of it to go with it.
But nevertheless, botch aside, Nathan Frazier was running high, and it looked like he had his match won. He went to the top rope to try and hit his Phoenix Splash, only for Joe Coffey to intercept him, hitting his finishing move to pin and win. Your winner in the first round of the Global Heritage Invitational, Joe Coffey.
God damn it, man. That image is huge. How dare you?
I know, I can't help it. Scotland is huge.
Freaking Scots. How dare you, Scots? The English and the Scots, and the Welsh and the Scots,
and the Irish
and the Scots, and the Scots with the Scots.
And the Scots with the Scots.
Damn you, Scots. You ruined Scotland.
Your winner, Joe Coffey.
Jesus.
Hell
My
yeah.
God almighty.
The other tournament match with Butch and Charlie Dempsey only lasted about 5 minutes. It wasn't as lengthy as this match, so that's why I gave this one the nod, because this one was went the distance, and damn, it was fun. Everyone loved Nathan.
Who won the other match with Butch and
Butch?
Oh, okay, Butch won the match.
So Butch and Joe Coffey each have scored 2 points in the tournament bracket, and will be advancing forward. It'll be advancing forward in the tournament, and I can't wait to see how the rest of it turns out. And you know what? Since the inception of the NXT Heritage Cup and NXT UK back in 2020, WWE have done a really good job in keeping in establishing the specific dynamic of having these matches for the Cup contested under these specific rules. It adds a whole new dynamic to WWE wrestling.
It makes it feel more like a competitive actual sports competition thing, where there's rules, there's pointings, there's different brackets for the tournament.
And yeah, exactly. And I am going to say this. Everything that they're doing with the Heritage Cup feels like was something that WWE should have done with their now defunct WWE European Championship back in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, no, that was definitely not going to happen. The European Championship was treated as a joke.
It was treated as a joke. The only good match of note...
How many actual Europeans held the European Championship?
British.
Don't say Al Snow, just because he came out with a bunch of different European nation gimmicks while he was champion. He doesn't count. As much as I liked the guy.
Okay, there was the British Bulldog, the inaugural champion. There was William Regal. Do we count Canadians? No, we don't count Canadians.
Europe.
Europe, yeah. Just those two.
2 actual Europeans.
2 actual Europeans.
Fuck a duck.
I know. For the most part, with the exception of a few notable champions, the WWE did diddly squat with the European Championship, and that's why it was deactivated in 2002.
Yeah, they merged it into the Intercontinental Championship, if I'm not mistaken.
But you know what? Everything they're doing with the Heritage Cup does make up for that, right?
I hope so. Let me take a look over here in the chat. Lisa Boo saying, "Okay, Braveheart," with my freaking Scottish accent. That was really funny. I was doing groundskeeper Willie from The Simpsons. Whatever.
I love The Simpsons.
Let's see. Vicente Guerrero, that whiplash looked bad. Then again, they always hurt tons. Joe Coffey celebrated backstage with some Starbucks drinks.
Hell no, man. Dude, he's Scottish. He celebrated backstage with beer with his boys. With the Gallus boys.
Oh, snap. Well, I should assume as such, but I would actually not be surprised if there were Starbucks drinks that he celebrated with. Like, freaking took those glass Frappuccino bottles, chug them down, and smash the bottles or whatever. That'd be funny.
That would be really funny.
But that's for another day.
Now let's get to the exciting segment of tonight, because speaking of SmackDown, we got a surprise visit from the former multi-time tag team champions, on the left, next to Carmelo Hayes, the Street Profits.
Oh, shit. All right. Holy cow. Okay, so the Street Profits made their way over here, and it looks like they're showing their props to Carmelo Hayes and the NXT, who's the NXT champion, along with the NXT Tag Team champions, Tony D'Angelo and Stax.
That's right. It's a gathering. It's a nice hullabaloo of gabagools and Street Profits and getting all the smoke.
Apparently, they get all the smoke.
Yeah, I know.
And they're also poopy. This is so weird. This is the weirdest freaking thing.
It's the weirdest transition, I know.
Yeah.
But getting back to the segment, everyone's celebrating. You know, the Street Profits are giving major props to Carmelo Hayes and the Italian tag team. Carmelo Hayes mentioned that he will defend that he wants to prove to himself and face Ilya Dragunov again for the NXT title. Montez Ford, the man in the blue suit, made a small jab at Carmelo Hayes, saying like, "Oh, you're gonna defend it by yourself, right?" Insinuating, making the insinuation that Carmelo Hayes always needs help from his best friend / sidekick / bodyguard Trick Williams. And that didn't sit well with him. So Carmelo Hayes took his ball and left.
Now, it's like, oh, dude, really? Like, I'm going to remember this kind of thing. He basically grabbed the NXT championship. He gave Montez Ford the stink eye and walked off, right?
Yes, he did.
Meanwhile, Angelo Dawkins what was he still doing here?
Oh, no, he was still chatting along with Tony D and Stax. Everything, like, after Carmelo Hayes, that didn't really dampen the mood, because, they were still having fun times, talking about, tag team opportunities, and, they made small jabs, they made, like, small jokes at each other. Hey, well, maybe we'll face you someday, or, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Everything was going pretty good, hunky-dory.
Okay.
But then we got some chaos.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, skip that, because here's the real chaos.
What the hell?
We got a Pier 6 brawl backstage.
Yahoo!
Pier 6 brawl! Pier 6 brawl! Pier 6 brawl! Pier 6 brawl!
Woo!
Unfortunately.
Oh my god, it's Babes.
Yes, it is.
What the hell's happening?
Dana Brooke and her student, Kehlani Jordan, are brawling with Elektra Lopez and Lola Vice backstage following their tag match, which I will cover because the tag match was not good. In fact, the brawl backstage said, like, the brawl backstage was the only good thing about it. I will get to it in just a couple of seconds, because, yeah, you know what? Let's get to it right now. This is a good segue.
Yeah, might as well be. It's almost natural.
Yeah, I know, right? So let's talk about this god-awful tag match. It is
holla.
It's supposed to be the babyface team of the bottom team of Dana Brooke and Kehlani Jordan.
Dana Brooke is bottom.
Yeah, versus the top bad girl team of Elektra Lopez and Lola Vice.
All right. So, if I remember correctly, Dana Brooke was trying to mentor what's her name?
Kehlani
Jordan. Yeah, and try to mentor her to, like, hey, let's have fun instead of actually training how to wrestle.
Yeah.
Which explains a lot about Dana Brooke.
And as far as Dana Brooke goes, it looks like WWE are trying to do a little shift in her character, trying to make her go all crazy and unhinged, which is still not landing with the fans. No. And as for, actually, small little note for Kehlani Jordan. I wish I had a picture of it because it's posted on Twitter. But to my surprise, Kehlani Jordan was a former student of WWE Hall of Famer Rob Van Dam, and she even did the Van Dam lift.
Oh, snap. Hold on a minute. Kehlani, how do you spell that?
Kela.
Uh-huh.
Jordan. There it is. Right there.
Okay,
Bottom.
there it is. Got it. Give me a second. I think I can pull it up.
Yep. Scroll down. Down. There it is.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Hang on a minute. One of a kind. Hey.
Yeah!
Hey, one of a kind.
You can say what you want about RVD, Juan, but damn!
I've never had anything but the highest respect for RVD, which is why I'm perplexed and I ask, what the hell is he still doing being active? He doesn't need to be anymore. What the hell, dude? He's the man. He doesn't need it anymore.
Because
that's just me.
Because he's riding at an all-time high, man.
He's always riding at an all-time high. It's called ganja.
But you know what? No. You know what, Juan? I take it back. You are right. You are paying high respects for him.
I hold him in the highest regard.
The highest regard?
The highest regard.
Marijuana
jokes.
Marijuana jokes, right? All right. Unfortunately, this match didn't live up to high expectations. Because
please tell me you're done actually trying to make weed jokes now.
Okay, that's my last one.
Okay.
So yeah, no, the fans were booing Dana Brooke anytime she gets into the ring, but they were chanting Lola Vice, like the fans made their voices 100% clear of who they were cheering for, because they were going crazy for Lola. Like, I don't know what it is about Lola Vice. I don't know how she garnered so much popularity in such a short amount of time.
Well, whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. And little Lola wants you. Ba-da-dum-dum, bum-bum-bum.
Well, Lola definitely got what she wanted, as Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez were able to put down Dana Brooke, with Lola Vice hitting her knockout roundhouse kick to pin and win. Your winners, Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez.
Hot damn.
A very lackluster tag match, and just very weird to process, man. Like, damn, very rare do we see actual baby faces get booed by the fans and the heels get cheered.
Right? It's so bizarre, but you know what? I guess that just goes to show, like, folks, they're not really heavily invested in, what's her name, in Dana Brooke.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think Lola Vice was also a former MMA fighter. What's up?
King Rex 8110 on our Kick stream just decided to become a new follower.
All right! Yay!
Also, I gotta say hello to the new followers that joined while we were off air. That would be Bert the Trophies Hunter, iFrost, JJS Evolution XL, Mr. Wolf 87, now no WBS, and yeah, that's it.
Yay! That's cool, man. Yay. You know what? This is awesome. I like it. What did Vicente say?
Vicente in the chat, well, Lisa says she loves Groundskeeper Willie. Let's see here. And yeah, Vicente also said that Joe Coffey, celebrated backstage with Starbucks drinks. Get it? Coffee.
Yeah, you already read that.
Not European, but at least when Eddie Guerrero held it, he had a fake accent and made it funny. Yeah, that's true. He tried to have a good time as European champion.
Like I said, with a few exceptions of some notable champions, the European title was treated as a joke, but go on.
Yeah, that's right. And Vicente also says, RVD is still active because it's fun to show these younger kids, quote, an old man, RVD is still better than fucking Jungle Boy.
Anybody is better than fucking Jungle Boy.
Heel team cheered while faces booed. Return of the Attitude Era / ECW crowds. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about it that way. Shit.
All right. Well, now on the trend of things going downward, let's go ahead and talk about a backstage segment featuring the former NXT champion Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin.
God, he's the worst.
A man who's trying to destroy burn all the ships.
The funny thing is that some freaking how Baron Corbin, despite being just the worst, is still appreciated more than what was that other dude's name?
Gable Steveson at the Great American Bash. Yeah,
that was freaking. That was like
Painful.
that was like publicized murder of the guy's character, man.
I know, right?
Oh my lord.
And yes, Botchamania did flag that. I'm surprised that Matthew restrained himself by not using a video clip of Kurt Angle saying, "You do not boo an Olympic gold medalist."
I'm actually surprised he didn't either as well.
That would have been fun. But getting back to this segment. All right. So last week, Braun Breaker interfered on behalf of Baron Corbin and speared Von Wagner at Heatwave. And in this segment, Braun Breaker is looking for his thank you, but Baron Corbin just takes a whole piss out of the whole segment. This man is disinterested. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. And he's pretty much just like every one of his rebuttals to everything that Braun Breaker is saying, like, he's just not caring. Like, he doesn't, there's no other words to put it. Like, he took the piss out of the segment.
Did he try to do that on purpose, or is he just that bad at it?
I don't know. Maybe he did it on purpose. Like, anytime Braun Breaker is saying, like, oh, yeah, well, you need to thank me, otherwise you would have been put through the table.
Me over here, so it's a Baron Corbin, because you know what? What's going on over here? I was the one who talked you down, and I took down. I was the guy who was over here in the match. I'm the one who did it, and you still thank you for helping me.
Thank you for heel breaker, Juancho. Good attempt. Baron Corbin, on the other hand, like all of his rebuttals, pretty much boiled down to, I don't give a damn. I don't care. And etc. etc.
Jesus, man.
Damn, break.
Taking the piss right out of all of it, man.
Also, damn, what a downward trajectory Braun Breaker is at. Imagine, man, you go from feuding with Carmelo Hayes for the NXT title to working a program with Baron Corbin. A lesser man would have quit after that.
I would. The moment you say that I'm here with Baron Corbin, I'm like, I'll take my bags. I'll just no, because I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, because if I had to work a program with Baron Corbin and this is what I got, I would be furious.
Yeah, because it sounds like he's trying to freaking fucking what do you call it? Sabotage the segment. Either that or he's just that bad at it.
Either or, I don't know, man. It's really bad. Ha. All right, what if it's
a Corbin promo healing on a fellow heel? Wow. It's like, yeah, but he didn't even make it interesting. He didn't even like make us give a damn that he was dressing down Braun Breaker over here. How do you not make us give a damn?
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I need to ask this question because it's another because he has the same problem as Dana Brooke. Who is Baron Corbin?
We don't know. And we don't care.
Exactly. All right, but you know what? Enough of this. Time to wipe the mess off of Baron Corbin and Dana Brooke out of my table. Because it's time to talk about the main event. This match was built last week. This match was announced on Heatwave last week. It's a fatal four-way match.
Holla, 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 holla.
And the winner gets to challenge Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship next week. And here are the competitors. We have, from left to right, Gigi Dolan versus Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James versus Blair Davenport.
All right, so every one of these ladies have their own beefs with each other. They all want a shot at the gold. And to be perfectly fair, since Tiffany Stratton literally said she doesn't care who challenges her next, it could very well be any one of these fine women.
Oh, yes. And during this fatal four-way match, the main event was great. Each one of the women got did their own crazy spots. They got their own shit in during the match against each other. There was inner brawling between the baby faces and the heels. Fun stuff for the fans at the WWE Performance Center. And we even have a freaking not a Tower of Doom spot, but we had a really cool like top rope spot because like two of the women, I believe it was Blair Davenport and Kiana James, they're at the top turnbuckle and they're trying to do a double superplex on Roxanne Perez. Gigi Dolan from the bottom nails them with a double power bomb, like with incredible strength, and just annihilates all three of them.
Fuck!
I know.
That's insane, man.
Damn, Gigi, what the hell have you been eating?
What has she been? She got her spinach in.
I know. Anyways, but the excitement continues. Blair Davenport hits her, tries to brawl with Roxanne Perez. Roxanne was able to fight back, hitting the pop rocks, but Blair Davenport, being the smart strategist that she is, rolls out of the ring so Roxanne could not pin her.
Damn!
And Roxanne is just flailing and she's pissed off like an angry teenager. So she brawls with Gigi Dolan, and she tries to hit a pop rocks on Gigi, but then Kiana James, out of nowhere, she hits her finishing move, the 401k, knocking out Roxanne Perez, and then drives her knee down on Gigi Dolan to pin and win. Your winner and the number one contender, Kiana James, the
Holy
Miss Business Lady.
Holy shit! So evil business lady over here, she's gonna be facing Tiffany Stratton
Next week.
So she's getting some Tiffy time then.
She's getting some Tiffy time. It looks like, but I don't think it's good. I don't think this match is like. I don't think it's gonna go the way like into either one of the favorites because it's a heel versus heel match. So one of the baby faces, either Gigi or Roxanne, I'm predicting that they're gonna ruin the title match next week.
So you think there's gonna be some chicanery?
Oh,
Some
yeah.
tomfoolery, some rambunctiousness happening.
Oh yes.
Oh boy. Okay, let's. Well, we can only find out by waiting until next week. In the chat, Vicente saying Gigi Dolan with a super power bomb and Sid Justice shed a tear of joy.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna say this right now. I like Sid Vicious. He's a fucking awesome character. Yeah, I mean, I know he was part of the dying like breed of like big strong dudes from the early 90s, but there was an aura that he had with him, like an intensity that he had, you know?
I know.
Dang, man.
I know those were the days, but still, that doesn't necessarily mean that the wrestlers of today are inferior. Not
No, not by any means. In fact, speaking of wrestlers of today, you know, let's actually get into it because I was saving it for tonight. Folks, before we get into AEW Dynamite, let's talk about the main event match for AEW's All In London.
Oh my freaking lord, this was insane. I actually got to see the highlights of these matches, and I loved them all, except for the freaking, the Stadium Stampede match. Because I couldn't understand what the hell was happening.
It was just chaos, man. It was just a bunch of chaos.
No, give me a story. Give me something to follow. For crying out loud. At least the main event of All In gave us something to follow.
Absolutely. It is a one-on-one match, and it is best friends fighting against each other at the Battle of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. Adam Cole baby challenges MJF for the AEW World Championship.
So basically, if you've been following along with this story, these two guys literally got paired together in a blind tag team match, and the winners were going to face for the ROH tag titles.
Actually, the winners were going to face face FTR for the AEW World Tag titles, but MJF and Adam Cole came up short on Collision.
That's right. Okay, and over the weeks and over the subsequent weeks and near months that MJF and Adam Cole have gone together, they've gone from being heated rivals to actually getting to know each other and being friends.
Yes.
And it's nice, and it's dumb, and it's silly, but in the nicest way.
They won the Ring of Honor World Tag titles against Aussie Open during the 0 hour of All In, and we got to see MJF do a kangaroo kick.
It was hilarious. I got to see that, and it was so good.
It was really good. All right, so let's talk about the main event. What we got was a half hour of incredible wrestling storytelling. The two competitors start off by wearing their tag team shirts because, you know, best friends, right?
Well, they're better than you, baby.
Haha. And, you know, they start off...
Gotta hawk that merch.
Of course. And MJF starts off by being the shit heel, like doing the eye thumbing and trying to, like, cheat to win early on. And then Adam Cole just got furious with MJF. And then he ripped off the shirt from MJF. And, he still remembers that one time they had a draw, so he's not letting that go. And then we got some more back and forth action. The action spilled over at ringside where MJF was considering hitting Adam Cole with a pile driver onto the concrete floor, but he couldn't do it because he couldn't hurt his friend. But unfortunately for the champ, Adam Cole doesn't share that sentiment, so he pile drives MJF onto the concrete floor at ringside.
Oh no!
Oh yes. The action continues back into the ring. More back and forth action. And we also got a superplex spot from Adam Cole and MJF. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, and then near the end of the match, near the end of the match, what we got was a draw. Both men pinned each other.
They knocked each other out and they pinned each other. The referee counted it as a double pin.
And Justin Roberts gets on the mic announcing that this match is a draw. Adam Cole doesn't want this match to be a draw. He yells at MJF saying, "No, give me 5 more minutes."
And what's his face? MJF even says, like, no way, we're not going to let this match end in a draw. We're going to have a fucking winner in Wembley Stadium in London. And he lost his shit. And so, like, with the referee, like, okay, restart the match.
Yeah.
So, what, 5 minutes?
Yep.
Did they actually give it a hard time limit or what?
No, there wasn't a hard time limit.
Oh.
They just kept going.
They just kept going. Okay.
They go at the distance. And yeah, more back and forth action. And then we got some some silly tomfoolery. Like both these guys are throwing the chair back and forth to see who's gonna pull the Eddie Guerrero cheating on each other.
Oh yeah, where it would be where Eddie Guerrero would grab a steel chair. Looks like he's gonna hit somebody with it, and he just tosses the chair to the person, makes him grab it, and he throws himself back hard on the in the ring, and makes it sound like, oh god, I got hit, to trick the referee.
Exactly.
But
yeah,
it's fun.
It was fun. We got a suicide dive from MJF. One of the rare moments that he does a dive through the ropes.
Very rare, but very well regarded.
Yep, Adam Cole hits the Panama Sunrise on MJF, but was only able to get a 2 count. And then near the end of the match, we got Roderick Strong coming down to the ring on behalf of Adam Cole, trying really hard to get Adam Cole to turn heel and to cheat to win the championship. He even threw in the AEW World title and implores Adam Cole to use it against MJF. But Adam Cole just wouldn't do it because he can't hurt his best friend. He can't cheat his best friend like that.
Oh, it's so sweet.
It's really
Makes
sweet.
you want to go out and buy a Tesla.
Yes, I know. Oh God, please don't give Elon Musk your money.
I'm not ever actually gonna do that. What the hell do you think I am? Some sort of moron? Okay, yeah, you dork. How dare you?
Yeah, I know. So, and then after everything, after all the drama, after all the tomfoolery, after all the insanity, after going the distance for the crowd at Wembley Stadium, MJF was finally able to roll up Adam Cole to pin and retain. Your winner and still the AEW World Champion, MJF.
And it was hilarious because they hugged it out at the end, and the only person who seemed to have a problem with it was apparently Roderick Strong. I don't get it, dude. Boy, like, move. Get out of your, like, seriously, like, Roderick Strong, like, dude, you don't even go sit at this table. You don't even go to this school.
Oh, but he's Adam Cole's undisputed friend, Juan.
The undisputed era is over, Jose. Let it go. I mean, where's the line?
Oh,
I went there.
That hurt.
That better hurt.
But yeah, overall thoughts on the pay-per-view, it was incredible. Me and Juan, we enjoyed the highlight videos. We saw the matches. It was so good. CM Punk, some bright moments that we want to mention. CM Punk versus Samoa Joe, a great old school match to open up the pay-per-view.
I even gave a little bit of the match during the Black Files over here, where I was talking about how CM Punk went ahead and alluded to how the folks were booing him in the crowd, so he went and paid homage to John Cena and Hulk Hogan to piss them off even more.
FTR had a great tag match against the Young Bucks and have proven that they are the greatest tag team of all time in AEW.
Naturally. Excellent. Well done. Yeah.
Saraya is crowned the new AEW Women's World Champion, which is a true vindication to her wrestling career.
It's definitely one for the history books for her, like being able to perform in front of 81,035 people in attendance in London, and her family in the front row, including her mom, who got involved in the match.
Yes, indeed. And the Acclaimed won the AEW World Trios Championships from the House of Black.
Not just the Acclaimed. It's not just Platinum Max Caster and Anthony Bowen.
Oh yeah, we got the return of Badass Billy Gunn.
Because he's an ass man. Wow, wow. Yeah, he's an ass man. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
It was nice.
That being said, like all the other matches were okay. I mean, not all of them hit home runs, but if the fans love it, then good for them.
Yeah, I suppose so. But in any case, I suppose that's if it's not a bad ending, then there's no problem with how the show ended. So I guess that's fine over here. Let me take a look at the chat. Vicente Guerrero loved the double clothesline spot and MJF winning by roll up over Adam Cole. It's like a Raw ending, but it's a 5-star match. So
Yes,
that makes sense. Yeah,
it's amazing. It's great. I love it. So now let's get into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
like the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite.
The AEW All-In Fallout show / go-home show for their upcoming pay-per-view event, AEW All Out, which is this Sunday, September 3rd, at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois.
I still don't understand the logic of
Booking them a week apart.
I think I do. I think I
literally can't.
No.
understand.
I have an explanation. I think it has to do with the turmoil in the roster, like with AEW wrestlers not wanting to work with each other. So the wrestlers who want to go to Wembley and work with the dudes, they go to
Everyone worked with each other.
Not everyone, because the Powerhouse Hobbs wasn't at Wembley. He's going to be at All Out.
What the hell is it? Anybody got problems with Powerhouse Hobbs? Who's he to have a problem with?
Miro wasn't at Wait, actually no.
Miro was at Wembley.
Actually, Miro
he
was.
Didn't have a match, but he was at Wembley.
Okay, never mind then. I don't know what the fuck was going on with the back-to-back
All right,
booking.
can we go with the matches?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's start off with the opening match.
Oh.
And it is the Luchador Commander going one-on-one against the Master of Death Jutsu, Jon Moxley.
Please don't try to make that happen. I'm begging you. I'm asking nicely. I'm asking politely. Don't try to make the Master of Kill Jutsu, whatever.
Kill Jutsu. That actually sounds cool. Thank you, Juan. Kill Jutsu.
Please, no. Death Jutsu.
Death Jutsu.
Stop. It's so stupid.
All right.
It's so fucking dumb.
Okay, fine. Against the Death Rider, Jon Moxley.
Thank you. At least that's less stupid.
And of course, it's a classic big guy versus small guy match. Commander, he's an absolute incredible luchador, hitting a lot of his acrobatic spots, including anytime he gets onto the ropes, he does like tightrope running and hits his dives, which it always lands and always nails Moxley. Moxley, of course, being the bigger guy, grounds Commander during the match, hitting him with a series of clotheslines and takedowns while also working over Commander, grounding him down with submission holds, keeping everything, of course, ground-based, to the point, because that's Moxley's fighting style. It's stiff, it's grounded, it's to the point, no fancy finesse, just fucking beating the shit out of your opponent with blood.
Lots and lots of blood.
But surprisingly, there was no blood shed during this one-on-one match. Rare moment, right?
What?
I know, it's a rare...
Hold on. Commander, the luchador, the dude looks like the White Tiger Power Ranger.
Yes.
Okay, he faced Jon Moxley, right?
That's right.
And he didn't bleed?
That's right.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm missing something here. Okay. Commander.
Yes.
Jon Moxley.
Yes.
No blood from Moxley.
No blood from Moxley.
No, sorry, no.
Why is it?
You need to explain this. Moxley going through a whole match without bleeding. I've heard it happening a few times before, but I still don't believe it. The motherfucker is a vampire. He likes to drink his opponent's blood. Like, what's her face? Renee Paquette, his wife, has the American Red Cross like blood banks on speed dial in every major city. That way they can have a fresh couple of pints ready for him at the stadium and a cooler.
It's like Dracula with his human wife in Castlevania. If Dracula was not like super smart and scientist like.
Right, yeah, so...
and Renee Paquette is cool with Moxley being...
Wait, does that make that their daughter Alucard? Because Alucard is a child of Dracula and their wife in Castlevania?
Okay, I don't want to go further down that rabbit hole, okay, Wanzo? Jesus Christ. But getting back to the match, Commander tries to hit his signature move from the top rope. Moxley was able to counter, and so he was able to put away Commander by locking in the armbar submission hold, forcing Commander to tap out. Your winner, by submission, no blood, Jon Moxley.
I am dumbfounded. I am dumbfounded and I am confused. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Oh my
I legitimately cannot square this circle. In the chat, I've got Vicente Guerrero over here saying Moxley's death jutsu under John's rule, the winner has to bleed first. So, yeah, no, that fucking makes sense. Oh, yeah, and he also says that I saw all the entrances. Great how the House of Black paid tribute to Bray Wyatt with Aleister Black holding a lantern.
That's right. Malachi Black was holding the lantern, so that was actually a very good tribute there.
That's right. Yeah, that was sweet of them. And Vicente Guerrero also says it would be a bad look for John bleeding on Commander while Commander's wearing white. Yeah, but then again, do we expect any less from Moxley?
Hey, man, when he wants to, he can actually wrestle.
When he wants to. The problem is he doesn't want to. He can, and he's an excellent grappler. But the fact of the matter is he doesn't need to fucking bleed all the fucking time. But if you listen to his dumbass Sports Illustrated interview, he says that, if it's not bleeding, then there's not a real element. And
if you're not bleeding, are you truly living? That seems to be what it boils down to, right, Juan?
Yeah.
I know.
But I'm not saying this to deride the guy. I say this because I worry. I worry for the guy's platelet count. I worry for the guy like hemophagia or some shit.
Don't worry. I think his wife got him covered for that.
I know. She's got the blood banks on speed dial.
I know, right? That being said, I gotta be honest, before I continue with this review, it was very tough for me to watch this week's edition of Dynamite because there wasn't that much good shit that happened, and that point's gonna come back to a little later. That being said, this was as close to an exciting match as I could find on Dynamite, and this match is for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Championship.
Really?
Yes, as Wheeler Yuta, representing the Blackpool Combat Club, challenges the champion, the Mad King, Eddie Kingston.
Oh shit, okay. I'd actually forgotten that Eddie Kingston was New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Champion.
Oh yeah, no,
that he's been out of action for a while, or he's been off TV for a while.
He's been off TV for a while, but he came back with a vengeance, and he's been making the rounds in the independents, wrestling on AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, and when he won the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Championship, I actually read it up on social media, like he was crying because that was his first legit wrestling title, as far as I know.
You're kidding me? No way. No.
Then again, I could be wrong. Go ahead and do a Wikipedia search.
Been freaking a champion before. You don't give me that. No, he's been a champion before.
Okay, well then let's look him up on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
But like for this moment, for this specific championship, like he was crying his eyes out.
Yeah, no, he's been a champion. Good Lord, Jose. Yeah, no, take a look over here. ACE, CBS Sports Rookie of the Year 2020 and Smack Talker of the Year 2020. Let's see. Chikara, Combat CZW. He's been a CZW World Heavyweight Champion, two-time World Tag Team Champion, DDT Pro Wrestling,
Evolve.
Ironman Heavyweight Champion one time, Evolve Tag Team Champion one time.
IWA Mid-South.
We don't count my IWA.
Yeah,
no. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah, there's that. Okay, so
when you compare all those other promotions,
I guess these other ones are kind of rinky-dink in comparison, especially considering that you tried.
I mean, IWA Mid-South sounded rinky-dink the way you were phrasing it.
That's because it is rinky-dink.
Oh yeah, well then yes. So yes, compared to all that, I guess in Eddie Kingston's point of view, this is his like first legit championship from. I'm trying to find the right words, from a mainstream promotion as New Japan Pro Wrestling.
All right.
So, yeah. That being said, great match, great stiff match. Wheeler Yuta doing his best, using his technical prowess to overcome the Mad King, but the Mad King was able to knock his ass, knock the boy down with a series of kicks, series of punches, series of chops, even laid out a bunch of like machine gun chops onto Wheeler Yuta, lighting up his chest pink at the corner. Oh yeah.
Ow.
And Eddie Kingston then finished him off with a series of other combination strikes before hitting his finishing move, the backhanded fist, to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Champion, Eddie Kingston.
Well, I definitely saw that coming. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't see Eddie Kingston losing his championship anytime soon, especially considering that he's also set for a program happening in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's a good thing that we actually went ahead and opened this Wikipedia tab over here, because it's showing over here that he suggested that that he would actually who the hell is this? Henacare?
I have no idea.
Henare?
Henare.
Yeah, Hanare, and the two of them have a date on October 28th.
That's true.
At Fighting Spirit Unleashed.
Also, Eddie Kingston has other bigger fish to fry because he's still feuding with the Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli, who came down to the ring and without even looking at Eddie Kingston, woof, the disrespect, takes Wheeler Yuta and walks him backstage.
Ooh, you dirty rat. How dare you.
Oh yeah, things between Claudio and Eddie Kingston are far from over.
I mean, what do you expect? These guys are clearly at each other's throats over here. I mean, come on.
All right. Now let's move on to the exciting segment of the night. Speaking about the aforementioned AEW Trios champions, we got an in-ring segment with the Acclaimed.
With the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. Look, take a look over here. They're decked out to the brim over here. These guys are wearing their Trios Tag Team Championships. They have a podium set up for them to each give a friggin' speech, and it looks like they have a table set up behind them. There's even a pretty little ribbon over here.
Oh yes, okay. It's the official ribbon cutting because they're about to introduce something new. But before we get to that, Wancho, when you get the chance, I want you to look up the YouTube video of their entrance on this week's Dynamite because Max Caster made some damn jabs at two politicians.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm going to have to look that up.
Look it up on your own time. But yeah, Billy Gunn got on the mic first saying that, yeah, he's back in wrestling. He had a cup of coffee away from wrestling, but now he's back as badass Billy Gunn. The fans love it. And then Max Caster and Anthony Bowens introduce the new design.
Not yet. But first, in order to do that, they had an official ribbon cutting.
Ribbon cutting, yeah.
See, that's when Max Caster pulled out
his tiny scissors to try and cut it, but it just
no,
wouldn't.
No, they were too small because Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn, he came out and was like, dude, yours is kind of small. Let's use my really big one.
His big, giant, oversized cartoon scissors.
Ha, get it?
Yep.
Max Caster's is smaller than Billy Gunn's.
Oh. Good one.
Ha.
Hey,
this man's almost a grandfather.
Hey, Anthony Bowens, suck it.
Really?
Well, I mean, no, because you got it wrong. It wasn't Max Caster who had the scissor. It was Anthony Bowens.
No, it was Max.
It was Max? Okay, never mind. Hey, Max, suck it.
Wow.
Anyways, so Billy Gunn cuts the ribbon, and we finally get a look at the brand new design of the AEW World Trios Championship. Check it out.
And their customary Acclaimed hot pink fine leather straps. They said that the plates were 24 karat gold. Your mileage may vary with that. And of course, the back where the button clasps come together.
Yep.
They scissor!
Yeah!
The Acclaimed
have arrived! Woo!
It was silly. It was dumb. But it was fun. It was a good way to show these guys appreciating being Trios champions now. Hey, go fucking figure. The I only want to play with my best friends championship that the Elite made for themselves. Go fucking figure. A proper Trios team is holding it, and they're holding it, and they're about to make this shit fun.
Well, now, hang on a minute. Let's give credit where credit is due. The House of Black were dominating Trios champions themselves.
But were they engaging as Trios champion?
Yes, the fans love the fans love the House of Black. The fans of Collision went crazy when Malachi Black went one-on-one against CM Punk.
That was on Collision, though. And yeah, it was one moment on there where, rather than, where they were about to meet each other with an exchange, but CM Punk just stopped mid-movement and sat down cross-legged in the middle of the ring.
And so did Malachi Black!
Yep, and they just had their little face-off moment on there, which is, okay, that was gangsta.
They have their fans, Wancho, and let's not forget the Death Triangle, Penta El Zero, Rey Fenix, and Pac. They were great Trios champions, too. They were great because they were competitive. They were intense.
Okay.
So yeah, ironically, the Elite who created the World Trios titles, like they were the least favorite of all the past champions.
Considering that they created the championship in its very first inauguration and they were immediately stripped of it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Ha, fuck them.
Guess they should know better.
They should know better than to try to pick a fight with the best in the world. But that's not the point. Let me take a look at the chat. Vicente, with Mox and Fox both being with someone, this will not happen. But Megan Fox and JM,
John Moxley.
Moxley would have been a good couple for the blood fetish alone. No shame in Eddie Kingston holding the IWA Mid-South heavyweight title once. Yeah, but like IWA Mid-South, I mean, that's kind of...
Hey, CM Punk did. Right?
Yeah, but it was kind of carny shit if you think about it.
Yeah, but like I like Green Eye Dragon. What am I? What?
I don't know why I'm thinking of it looking like a Mortal Kombat fight. Okay, I see what you mean.
All right, now let's get to the lackluster match because oh boy, it's like this is less solving of a problem with AEW and more like what they did for the past couple of weeks is that they I used this terminology last night. They basically took a piece of gum and they plugged a leak for a while.
Yeah, so it's like the Hoover Dam is breaking and they plugged it with gum.
Yep. It's a 6-person trios match, playa.
Holla, 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 holla.
Featuring the babyface team of the AEW TBS champion Chris Statlander teaming with Hikaru Shida and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus the team of the Native Beast, Nyla Rose, Emi Sakura, and Marina Shafir.
All right. This sounds like it could have been awesome. This sounds like it could have been actually badass. Chris Statlander has actually been doing a good job as CBS champion ever since she
dethroned Jade Cargill and ended her undefeated streak.
Yeah, and Jade Cargill's like what? Retired now?
She's taking a sabbatical.
She's retired now. Let's not lie to ourselves. She doesn't give a shit anymore. She thinks that she's the hottest thing on the planet now.
I mean, she is that bitch.
But I haven't seen Nyla Rose on TV in a hot minute. Good to see her again.
Hells yeah.
That's not going to come to bite me in the ass at all.
Yeah, no. I'm with Juan. It's always great to see Nyla Rose back in action, and I'm very happy for it because damn, we've been deprived of the Native Beast. I mean, she's not a bad wrestler by any means.
No, not at all.
Yeah, no. She's just been at the receiving end of poor storylines. And it's not her fault.
She's been kind of saddled down with stupid, but that's not the point. The point is we got to continue with this.
Yeah, no. And speaking of saddled down, unfortunately, this 6-person trios match was saddled down with this 6-woman trios match was saddled down with time constraints because this match didn't really last long. There was a miscommunication between Hikaru Shida and Dr. Britt Baker, a miscommunication on a kick during the match when they were fighting the heels. But miscommunication aside, the babyfaces were still able to pull through against against Nyla Rose and her friends. Chris Statlander was able to hit her finishing move onto Marina Shafir in the middle of the ring to pin and win for her team. Your winners: Hikaru Shida, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and the AEW TBS champion Chris Statlander.
All right, so I'm over here like. Wasn't there also a thing where after the match, what's her face, Nyla Rose stole the TBS championship belt off of Chris Statlander and beat the crap out of him?
No. After the match, it was Ruby Soho from the Outcasts who beat the shit out of Chris Statlander and stole the TBS title.
Oh, okay, I misremembered that. So my little "that's not gonna bite me in the ass" thing that didn't apply. My bad. I was wrong. No. Hey, look, I did it again. I did it last night, and now I'm doing it tonight.
Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can.
I was wrong.
Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can try it. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Take your time, kid. It's called a promo. If you're going to be top of the dog of this game, you got to get good at it.
Shut your mouth, Juan. Hey, okay, jokes aside, I'm not above admitting that I'm wrong when I'm wrong, okay?
All right, but as far as this match goes, if it had gotten the chance to breathe a little more, it would have been very engaging. It would have been awesome. But the fact that it didn't just smushed it together, and it didn't really make sense.
Pretty much.
That's sad.
But now let's talk about a storyline, and now let's talk about a segment that started off well, but then ended very clunky. Adam Cole addresses his AEW fans following his match at All In. So it's story time for Adam Cole, baby.
All right. So what the hell?
Adam Cole got on the mic, and he was able. And for the first couple of minutes, he actually spoke very well. He gave all the kudos to MJF. And he talked about he hyped up the main event match, how it was awesome, how it was one of the best matches in his career. Like I said, he gave a lot of thumbs up. He was proud of MJF for being a good friend, for being a strong champion. It was basically a compliment sandwich for the first couple of minutes, but then Adam Cole was interrupted by the aforementioned jealous friend of Roderick Strong. But Roderick Strong didn't come alone.
What the hell?
Roderick.
But wait, don't you know when you're not wanted? Oh shit!
Roderick Strong is flanked by the tag team of Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, the Kingdom. So, to draw a little history on this channel, last time I talked about the Kingdom was when they were in Impact Wrestling as part of Honor No More, and they have departed from Impact Wrestling in late 2022 and signed a contract with AEW, and they've been wrestling on AEW Ring of Honor ever since.
Get it? Because AEW Dark and Dark Elevation don't exist anymore.
Well, I mean, you know, if
they don't exist.
Well, that's because Warner Brothers Discovery don't like YouTube.
That's because they see YouTube as competition, and it's winning.
Okay, whatever you say, Warner Brothers. Sure, whatever, man. Anyways, so yeah, and this is where things get convoluted. Roderick Strong, obviously being the jealous boyfriend. The jealous friend.
No, you had it right the first time. The jealous boyfriend. He's still in that neck brace too. What the fuck?
He's selling the neck injury from his match against I forgot what it was. It was a long time ago. But yeah, Roderick Strong is angry, and then Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Okay, to their credit, they got on the mic and they gave us a little bit of a history, a little bit of context that at one point they were friends with Adam Cole during their early years in Ring of Honor. However, the fans don't seem to care because the fans don't know who the hell Matt Taven and Mike Bennett are.
Why would they? I mean, it's not like they're on television.
Jeez, man. Yeah, no. See, this is the problem when you bring in wrestlers who don't get a lot of TV time and are only wrestling on YouTube, or in this case, behind a paywall. Like, you bring them on TV, no one's gonna, unless they are made name in the independents, nobody's gonna know who the hell they are.
Shit. Yeah. No, it's really just bad booking. So why should we care?
It's very, very confusing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you down with these guys you've never seen on AEW TV before.
Okay.
Like, okay, why should I be scared of these dudes? One of them looks like a knockoff of Claudio Castagnoli, and the other dude looks like Alex Shelley if you raided Grimace's skin and ripped it off and turned it into a suit.
Now, the only bright part I'll talk about at the end is that Adam Cole and MJF will be defending the Ring of Honor World Tag Titles at All Out to the winning tag team of whoever wins this upcoming Tag Team Battle Royal this Friday on Rampage.
Shit. All right. Well, let's see how this actually ends up turning out. In the chat, we've got Vicente saying Ruby Soho beats the shit out of anyone, and that person should be honored. Ruby will even walk nearby. Good seeing the Kingdom, even if only for a promo. Matt Taven is underrated, and the neck injury quote was given to Roderick by Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you for the context. Yes, Samoa Joe did hurt the hell out of Roderick Strong on an episode of Collision, and that's when he was chased out by CM Punk, who came to Roderick Strong's rescue? Okay.
Why the fuck would you rescue Roderick Strong?
Because baby faces, we gotta look out for each other.
Yeah, but this guy, like, Roderick Strong's not being a babyface.
Yeah, well, he is, but he's acting like a jilted lover,
Yeah, he's acting like an ex-boyfriend.
All right, let's go ahead and wipe away from that mess, and let's talk about the main event of this week's edition of AEW Dynamite. And this match is for the AEW International Championship, and it is Penta El Cero Miedo, representing the Lucha Brothers, going up against the defending champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you.
You couldn't do this last week when I had the thumb up. Last night.
I was struggling. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the YouTube feed. I was looking at our Zoom call feed. Anyway,
stick with the gimmick.
But there's higher stakes in this match. Whoever wins the title will challenge Jon Moxley.
Will defend
it against Jon Moxley at All Out.
All right, so this graphic is a little bit confusing because if you didn't know any better, it would look like it was a three-way match between Moxley, Penta, and Orange Cassidy. Already.
Or Moxley being like a special enforcer, referee.
Something like that. But why would they have him in there? They should have him a little bit smaller.
I know, right?
No disrespect, but just to clear up a little bit of confusion.
That would have been very helpful, but AEW cannot help themselves. That being said, this main event match was definitely a lot of fun. Once again, Orange Cassidy sporting all the bandages all over his body after the gruesome stadium stampede from All In.
It was only 72 hours earlier.
Yeah, I know. He had bandages all over his shoulders, his lower back. His hand is still taped up from which he uses for his orange punch. So, yeah.
Okay, you say that it was exciting. I say it was indie-rific. How many fucking Canadian destroyers did these two morons do to each other?
Hey, don't call my boy Penta a moron.
He's a moron.
No, he's not.
Moron.
He's a luchador.
Guess what he is?
What?
A moron.
No, he's not.
I'll say it again.
Say what?
Moron.
Well, you're a moron.
Yes, I am.
Anyway, so yeah, we got some chops. We got Penta doing his shtick, the Cero Miedo. Got some great lucha spots from Penta. And yes, back-to-back Canadian destroyers. I don't care what Juan says. I love it.
I don't.
Penta and Cero Miedo got the best of Orange Cassidy, hitting a second Canadian destroyer. And then the match spilled at ringside, on the ring apron, where Penta hit Orange Cassidy with the Fear Factor pile driver onto the edge of the ring.
So a spike pile driver on the edge of the ring.
Yes, and he rolls up and he rolls Orange Cassidy back into the ring. Orange Cassidy was able to grab the bottom ropes to break up the 3 count, and so the match continued on. And with Penta's backs turned, arguing with the referee, Orange Cassidy was able to roll up Penta to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the AEW International Champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you.
God damn it. And he didn't even finish it there. He had a promo that he cut at the end of the match.
That's right. He grabbed his
for the first time in a long time ever.
For the first time since 2020. He got a chair, he sat down, he actually cut a real promo, and it was, I gotta say, to his credit, this promo was actually genuine. He actually spoke from the heart. He sounded passionately about how he busts his ass every week to put on a show for all the fans, and how he had a lot of people who were doubting him from the beginning, saying that he's not going to make it far, and of course, he's proving all the doubters wrong, facing adversity. Like I said, really strong words from Orange Cassidy, and he ended his promo by, addressing his opponent Moxley at All Out, how he's going to face him, and he's going to continue being the AEW International Champion. What really got me weird is at the end when he says, I have no catchphrase.
I'm Orange Cassidy.
I'm Orange Cassidy.
And I have no catchphrase.
And I have no catchphrase, and then drops the mic. That was a weird ending. You sounded great, but then you ended with that.
It's like being able to sprint a full, doing a whole long sprint for, the Olympics, and just as you reach the end of the finish line, you nearly trip and break every bone in your body because you're going at, a million miles an hour.
Yeah. Again, great speech, but that was a weird...
Very clunky in the landing over there. So, dude, what the hell? I'm all for being passionate. I am all for being dedicated to what wanting to show people that you can cut a promo. You just choose not to because that's your whole bag, man. That you're supposed to be too cool for school, bro, kind of thing. I get that, but this is one of the reasons why you really don't cut a promo. He's clearly not that hot at it.
Yeah, clearly. And like I said, it was very tough for me to find some good spots during this week's Dynamite because I'm not going to lie, this was not a very good AEW Dynamite.
It's just kind of depressing because this should have been a big end-all be-all of it. Apparently, the reason why this entire match card for Dynamite was mixed up was because they had a bunch of people who were, stuck traveling in from, who were supposed to be traveling in from Florida. And with the hurricane that was passing through here, that made travels a little difficult.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, according to news outlets, I also read on social media that Tony Khan actually granted permission to some of the AEW wrestlers who wanted to attend Wyndham Rotunda's funeral that they have the okay to miss this week's Dynamite.
That's right. They're not. If they're not in attendance on Dynamite, odds are they were doing their best to attend Bray Wyatt's funeral.
Yes, which is absolutely very important, and I don't want to hear anybody shit on it.
That I will not crap on. So I understand that there may have been mitigating circumstances. This is the result of trying to do a million things at once. Nobody could have planned for the hurricane. Nobody definitely could have planned for somebody's passing. But there could have been something lined up for the situation in between All In and All Out. In the chat, we've got Vicente over here saying Orange Cassidy was beaten down for sure. Lucky he has Chris Statlander to make him feel better. God damn it!
Oh my god. All right, enough about all the crazy mess with AEW and all their shenanigans. Let's go ahead and talk about Impact Wrestling. Before we get to this week's Impact Wrestling show, let's talk about their pay-per-view event, Emergence.
All right, so that was happening also on Sunday.
Yes, Sunday night, not Sunday during the day as All Out, so it's not counter-programming.
Does it really count as counter-programming when one of them is AEW and the other is, not AEW and not WWE?
Oh, yeah. Well, when you say it like that, come on, Juan.
Listen, as no disrespect to Impact Wrestling. I'm the one who keeps vouching for Impact Wrestling because they have excellent talent there that puts on excellent matches. But the fact of the matter is they're way too small time.
They're way too small time because, damn, they've shot themselves in the foot one too many times during their years. And they have a long way to go before they can consider themselves as a competitor to WWE and now AEW.
It's going to take a long time for that to happen.
But nevertheless, despite our opinions about Impact Wrestling, this was a great pay-per-view. So let's go ahead and talk about the main event for this pay-per-view for Emergence. And it is a rematch for the AEW, for the, I gotta wipe
fucking AEW in the brain, man.
For the Impact Knockout World Championship. Round 2 Electric Boogaloo with La Virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo challenging the former WWE superstar who is the defending champion, Trinity.
All right, so this is definitely a hard-fought match. I'll say that right now. And folks are going to lose their minds with this one. So, Jose, tell us all about it.
Oh, yes. Haha. You're funny because this pay-per-view was in Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gail Kim, by the way, the Impact Wrestling Hall of Famer, she was also at ringside for this match, which, yeah, definitely. This was hard-hitting action between both female competitors. It starts off with both of them getting one up over each other with their ground game, and then they hit all the heavy hits. Deonna Purrazzo was able to dodge multiple attempts by Trinity, who tried to use the full Nelson bomb. Deonna Purrazzo was able to hit a couple of her power moves. The story is that Deonna Purrazzo's working on the arm of Trinity, neutralizing her ability to use her submission hold, the Starstruck. So the back and forth action continued, and we even have a really cool superplex spot from Deonna Purrazzo and Trinity. So that's to be expected. Oh yeah. And after a crazy match, both women are just spent. They start hitting each other back and forth, just trying to see who could get one over the other. Deonna Purrazzo dodges another attempt at the freaking at the full Nelson bomb. She hits the Queen's Gambit, but Trinity was able to kick out after 2, and then she locks in the Fujiwara armbar. Trinity was able to reverse it, but damn, the damage was already done to her right arm. So Trinity tries to lock in the Starstruck for on her first attempt, but she couldn't get the submission though because the arm was worn down. So
damn.
Yeah, I know. After some more back and forth action, Trinity finally hits her full Nelson bomb, but Deonna Purrazzo was able to kick out after 2, and then Trinity finally locks into Starstruck. being a little more inventive, instead of using her arms, using her legs and modifying it to get more leverage, forcing La Virtuosa to tap out again.
Damn!
Your winner, and still the Impact Knockouts World Champion, Trinity.
Shit, girl! Oh my god, that is so cool. All right, so yeah, this is a hard-fought match. When you step in with Deonna Purrazzo, you're going to you're going to have a bad time, regardless. So at that point, it just becomes a matter of how are you going to get out of it. And Trinity, to her credit, fought the way a fighting, defending champion should.
Absolutely. Now, Juancho.
Very cool.
Now, Juan, I do need to ask you because I didn't see the whole pay-per-view in its entirety. You told me that there was a video of Jordynne Grace making her return, and they aired it at the pay-per-view?
She announced that she's going to be returning in the ring at Bound for Glory. Thick Mama Pump is coming back.
And they announced it at the pay-per-view event, after the main event. Mm-hmm. Yes! Finally coming back. Yes, Jordynne Grace has been gone since earlier of this year, and from the look of things, it sounded like she was just taking a temporary sabbatical from wrestling.
Oh god, it's wonderful. I can't wait to see Thick Mama Pump back in action.
Oh no, we're gonna get to that more on that later. But yeah, overall, great pay-per-view event. The matches were pretty solid. Along with the main event, my other favorite match was Eric Young beating Diener in a no disqualification match. Everything else was just they did great. They did good gangbusters. The Rascals finally won the Impact World Tag Titles.
That's awesome. They fucking are cool, man.
I still have my reservations.
It's horrible.
I have my reservations about Zachary Wentz, but
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but it's still seeing the bad guys fucking win it, and it was so fucked up.
Also, the former champion Subculture really
I got them mixed up for a minute. Subcultures are badass.
Yeah, no, Subcultures are badass, but man, they were painted really badly, looking as nothing more than transitional champions.
Right. Ouch.
All right, but now let's get into the fallout. Let's talk about this week's edition of Impact Wrestling.
All right.
So the show opens up with a Knockouts Battle Royal.
Oh shit. The women are taking over, man.
Yes, they are.
Okay, I've always said that the X Division and the Knockouts Division of the Impact are its strongest points. And to their credit, they never disappoint.
Absolutely.
Oh, snap, that's a lot of ladies.
That's right. And whoever wins this
push it in, push it out, disco lady.
Whoever wins this Battle Royal challenges Trinity for the Impact Knockouts World Title at Victory Road on Friday, September 8th?
Let me see that. I think that's right.
Calendar check, please.
Hang on.
Or is it September 9th?
Friday, September 8th.
Okay, I was right the first time. Yay! All right. So let's start from top left to bottom right. Top left, we have Kylan King. We have Giselle Shaw.
Left to right.
Yeah, left to right. We have Kylan King, Giselle Shaw, Savannah Evans, Jody Threat. From the bottom left to right, we have Jessica, Courtney Rush, the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich, and Alicia Edwards.
All right, so lots of hard-hitting, crazy ladies, especially, and the fact that the Knockouts Tag Champions are in action in this one as well. That's how are they going to work on it together? Are they going to take people apart? Are they going to get in their weird, crazy, sexy crush with each other thing? What are they doing? Let me take a look over here.
And you were ripping on me for bra and panties matches, Juan.
I always rip on you for bra and panties matches.
Shame on you.
Vicente over here, Lisa Boo is throwing up the strong arms over here. Listen, Lisa Boo, I don't know if you've seen Jordynne Grace, but have you seen Jordynne Grace?
Yeah, no. Juan is not exaggerating when he calls her Thick Mama Pump.
Okay, she is an incredible specimen of athleticism. This lady used to be thicker, a little heavier set lady, but over the years she's molded herself, sculpted herself into this gorgeous, horrifyingly powerful specimen of glory. Let me bring this down here. Holy crap. Why is this moving? Because it's still locked. Here we go. Take a look at Jordynne Grace. Look at that. when she's not wrestling, she's entering into and winning a lot of freaking bodybuilding competitions.
She's a power lifter.
She's a freaking power lifter. She is thick mama pump with good reason. So you know why I'm excited to see her back in action.
Of course.
Like, you know the guys who are like, oh, crush me with your thighs? She can, and she has.
That being said, getting back to the Battle Royal. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And to answer your question, no, Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich didn't fight each other. They split off and they fought the other women. And, yeah, they held their own for a while. But unfortunately, the eliminations started coming. Jody Threat was eliminated. The tag champions were eliminated. They threw out Jessica and Courtney Rush. And it was just down, and it was down to Kylan King and Jody Threat and Alicia Edwards. And Kylan King and Jody Threat were brawling each other and trying to see who would eliminate who, until Alicia Edwards, that short little girl, just came out of nowhere and won the whole damn thing.
What? The tiny chick over here in the back at the end.
Yeah, Alicia Edwards is the #1 contender for the Knockouts World title.
Jesus Christ. That came out of nowhere. I would have expected Jessica Havoc to do it before Alicia Edwards. Holy crap, that is so weird.
My money was on Courtney Rush, but...
Yeah, true. Like, let me take a look. Vicente was saying, spoilers on the Rascals match. Kimber Lee did not make a shock return to Impact and drive a high heel point into Wentz's fucking eye.
Oh, okay. Let's not get into the personals.
No, but Wentz does deserve a freaking heel in the eye.
He does deserve it. Yeah, he does.
But that's just our opinion.
But yeah, this was a surprising victory. I mean, okay, so the pay-per-view event is next week, next Friday. So, okay, as far as a cool-down match for Trinity to defend her title, this isn't bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, that's fine. It's gonna. What's gonna happen is that Trinity's gonna have a cup of coffee and she's gonna spank that little bitch and send her back to Boston.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
This girl got lucky and beat out every other knockout in that Battle Royal. Maybe she'll get lucky again. We don't know.
Right.
Yeah, and yes, Lisa Boo, she is built. She is well sculpted.
You could say, quoting from Angel Mendez, she's built different.
Cut it out.
But am I wrong?
No, you're not. That's why you should cut it out.
All right, let's get to the exciting match of the night. It's a one-on-one encounter. One half of the newly crowned Impact World Tag Team Champions, Zachary Wentz. Oh, hey, speaking of pieces of shits on TV.
Hey, piece of shit.
Facing the former multi-time Impact X Division champion, one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin.
All right, so I've been riding high on the Motor City Machine Guns for forever and a day because they're badasses, individually and as a team. And when you have Kushida in there with them, and have them in as the Time Machine, that's just icing on the cake for me. So,
you're all for it.
Actually, I'm all for it, and I want him to destroy this dude.
Absolutely. Now, Trey Miguel, Zachary's tag partner, Trey Miguel, was also at ringside, and Chris Sabin's friend, Alex Shelley, the Impact World Champion, joined the commentary team, and he was dressed very dapper, wearing a suit and tie.
That's not very usual of him.
I mean, hey, that's fine. Okay. But yeah, what we got is a really good, fast, high-flying, back-and-forth action between Chris Sabin and Zachary Wentz, with, of course, Trey Miguel taking liberties of the rules with the referee's back turned. It started turning into a 2-on-1 because the Rascals love to twist the rules into their favor. And
of course, it's all cheating.
It's all cheating. When we got back from commercial break, Zachary Wentz was dominating throughout the match. Chris Sabin was able to get a little bit of breath of fresh air, hitting his comeback, getting his second wind in. And then we got a double down spot in the middle of the match. Actually, no, we didn't get a double. Sorry, I was thinking about the main event, but getting to this match. And yeah, to put a stop to all this rascal tomfoolery, all this bullshit that's happening, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin worked together to neutralize Trey Miguel at ringside.
Ha! Yes.
Yes.
Good. Now do the same with Zachary Wentz and plug his eyes out.
Well, he didn't do that, but he did. But Chris Sabin did get to the top turnbuckle and hit Zachary from behind with a drop kick before finally putting him down with the cradle shock to pin and win. Your winner, Chris Sabin.
Yes, thank God the right person went over. Let's pluck up Zachary Wentz's eyeballs.
Yep, the Motor City Machine Guns are scheduled to challenge the Rascals for the Impact World Tag Titles next week at Victory Road.
Oh, that'll be just sweet. That'll be. Oh, sorry. I got ahead of myself.
No,
Sorry
you're
about
fine.
that.
You're fine.
Yeah, and Vicente was saying Alicia Edwards jobs all the time now. Yet now she's the number one contender. Huh? Yeah.
She's gonna have her moment in the sun, Vicente. Okay, everyone deserves at least one.
Everybody gets one. Not to say that she's earned it, but let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's not judge a book by its cover. Maybe she'll surprise us.
Agreed. Now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and this exciting segment comes twofold. First, we get a video package of the announcement that Will Ospreay,
the Australian international superstar and top gaijin of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Actually, he's not Australian. He's English.
Oh, he's English. My bad. Because I get him mixed up with Aussie Open.
Yeah, no, it's okay. He is the current IWGP United Kingdom champion because he rebranded the United States title. Because
jerk.
Will Ospreay will be making his return on October 21st for the annual marquee pay-per-view event of Impact Wrestling, Bound for Glory. And not only that, but Will Ospreay will continue his tour in Impact Wrestling. And their next pay-per-view event following Bound for Glory, Impact Wrestling's Turning Point. And it will be on Friday, October 22nd. And
the Walker Dome in Newcastle.
In the Walker Dome in Newcastle upon time, yeah.
Yep, holy shit. I've got my friend that she just moved from Newcastle. She had to move out of her home over there. She's moved back in with her family further south. But yeah, it would have been nice if I don't know if she's into wrestling, but I think it would have been nice for her to be able to see Will Ospreay.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. That would have been cool. But that being said, yeah, no, Will Ospreay, he's been riding high since making his he's been making sporadic appearances on AEW. He
beat Chris Jericho at All In London.
Ha! Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Of course, he beat him as a heel, and Chris Jericho's like, man.
Yeah.
They invented London, baby.
Man, you know what? Jericho got to perform with Fozzy. He's fine.
He sung himself down to down the ring.
Oof.
He's got no room to complain.
He's playing his own tune.
Literally.
But that being said, happy for Will Ospreay. But like I said, this exciting segment comes twofold because, as mentioned earlier, it's not just Will Ospreay returning to Impact Wrestling. The aforementioned Thick Mama Pup herself, the former Impact Knockouts World Champion and the inaugural Digital Media Champion, Jordan Grace, is returning to Victory Road next Friday, September 8th.
Suddenly, life has new meaning to me, and tell me up above, and things you never take notice of. And you see, suddenly, you're in love.
Can you tell Juan misses her? I miss her too.
Just seeing her perform is freaking incredible.
All right. But unfortunately, there's a certain Impact, there's a certain Knockout who is not taking this announcement very lightly. In a backstage interview with Mean Gia Miller, Deonna Purrazzo actually blames Jordan Grace for stealing her spot with her announcement and making her return at Bound for Glory. And she's also reminded Jordan Grace that Deonna has 3 victories against her. She's 3-0, and that time has come and gone. And according to Deonna, no one remembers Jordan Grace anymore.
Excuse me!
I have a certain long-haired dad who is the hardest, who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce every week, who might disagree with you.
I disagree fervently! I love the crap out of Jordan Grace.
Watch out, nobody can.
Everybody remembers about Jordan Grace. God damn it!
Watch it, we're only getting half of your rage.
I don't care. Despite all my rage, you want it? All right, here you go. God, there you go. Ha! Take that. Now you have no excuse. I remember Jordan Grace. There's a lot of people who remember Jordan Grace. She is thick, blah, blah, blah. She's the inaugural Digital Media Champion. She's a multi-time Knockouts World Champion. And she's beaten your ass, Deonna Purrazzo, a million times over from downtown to Chinatown. So don't you dare give me that bullshit about not loving Jordan Grace or remembering Jordan Grace. Screw you. I don't give a damn if she's married to that short king. What's his fame? What's his goddamn name again?
Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham. Thank you. God damn it. That short king
is ridiculously short and he's ridiculously pumped. But god damn it, he has earned every single night. I was already great. And if you hadn't, I was only be on the moment bears. God damn it, shut the hell up. Diana Perrazzo. What the fuck?
Thank you, Juan.
You're welcome.
All right, now let's get to the meh match of the night. And
Do we have
this
to?
was a very weird thing for me to watch. No, this is very strange. Following a series of sit-down interviews for the past couple of weeks, we finally see Crazy Steve in action, and it looks like Impact Wrestling is sort of like giving him some sort of like edge. Like I don't know, it looks like they made him a little more sinister, more unhinged than he was before.
Less kooky, more creepy.
Yeah, less kooky, more creaky,
Well, for
more
starters-
sinister.
Well, for starters, the way that they're pronouncing his name, it has two Z's. The way you pronounce that is Crazy, not crazy.
Crazy Steve. Okay, so Crazy Steve goes one-on-one against...
Pronunciation, damn it! It's important. It matters. It
So-
shows that you're not uncultured swine.
So Crazy Steve goes one-on-one against Speedball Mike Bailey, and it really didn't
Wait,
take...
really?
Yep, and it really didn't take long for Steve to bust out the fork, pulling a page out of John Moxley's book, or Bryan Danielson, whichever one you
Actually, a fork?
want. Yes,
That sounds like Abdullah the Butcher work.
yes. And he shoves the referee down, and he looks, and he's about to, and he was trying to go in to jab Mike Bailey. The referee disqualifies Crazy Steve, and Crazy Steve goes on a rampage, attacking his own partner, Black Taurus, with the fork.
What?
Yes! He gouges his eyes out and attacks him with a fork, and then all the other officials are trying to break it up, but then Crazy Steve knocks them all down and jabs a fork into another one of the security guards before leaving the ring. Holy fucking shit. Like, damn. So, they've turned Crazy Steve heel.
You know I'm messing with you about the pronunciation, right?
Yeah, well, I'm writing it because Impact Wrestling should have thought better than to put two letters in the
Two
name.
Z's.
Two Z's in the name. That being said, okay, so they did a small tweaking into the character of Crazy Steve and made him a heel. He's now a villain character, and he's turned on Black Taurus. Damn.
Why would he turn on Black Taurus?
I have no idea.
Black Taurus didn't cost him the match, did he?
No.
Then what the fuck? He cost himself the match. Speedball comes out not looking like crap. That's why I was like, oh crap, how is this gonna work out with Mike Bailey? Like, oh, okay, so Mike Bailey's not affected. But really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, yeah, I know.
Really?
The match was
Bizarre.
short as fuck. It didn't go anywhere, but I know what they're doing. I see what Impact is doing, and if they play their cards,
I don't. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Freaking Crazy Steve.
Crazy Steve, oh my god. All right, well, you know what? That's fine. Let's go ahead and move on to the bad segment of the night, and this is a backstage video segment with Bully Ray and PCO.
Bully Ray has been running away from PCO for the last month. Literally, like for the past 3 weeks. Jesus Christ. And PCO can't seem to catch a break. Last week he caught up to where Bully Ray had production lighting set up and a camera set up and an uplink to the Impact Zone at a random ass hotel in a hotel lobby in a little lounge.
And it was a Wild Dudley chase.
Jesus Christ, the Wild Dudley chase. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. But this
okay.
week, it looks like PCO almost had Bully Ray in his hands, but Bully Ray was able to stop him at the door, and he was able to try to
Trap.
He tried to calm PCO down and tried to tell and this is the part that I hate. Bully Ray explained his actions to PCO while keeping him away from the door. He explained to him why he had to set him on fire, why he did all these things, because he's not trying to kill the person. He's not trying to kill the man, Pierre Carl Ouellette. He's trying to kill the monster. He's trying to kill the monster character because he wants to face the man of Pierre Carl Ouellette and not the monster of PCO.
You mean to tell me, after all these fucking shenanigans that Bully Ray's been pulling, trying to commit vehicular homicide, setting PCO on fire,
right,
running away from him all over creation, was to help him? Was to try to shed the monster gimmick off of PCO?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna need some of whatever the fuck Bully Ray's smoking. Maybe RVD can hook him up.
Oh my god. I did not like this segment at all, man.
Like, yo, dude, come on, man.
This explanation went about as well as Jimmy Uso's explanation as to why he cost his brother the Universal title match at SummerSlam.
But it goes about as well as Rikishi explaining why he betrayed The Rock.
Right?
I did it for the people. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the... Oh, shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
Yeah.
Oh my god, what if Bully Ray wears songs too?
I don't want to know that. That's information I don't want to know.
Bad visual. If you sent in the chat over here, much as I like Crazy Steve with the fork, attacks on Black Taurus was a bad idea. Mess with the literal bull and Steve gets the horns. Perhaps he will.
Perhaps he will, perhaps he won't. But now it's time to move on to the main event. And it is a 6-man tag team match, playa.
Holla, 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 holla.
All right. It is the teams of... From the right, because we got to announce the bad guys first. Eddie Edwards, the most professional wrestler Brian Myers, and Moose going up against the team to the left. Frankie Kazarian, Jake Something, and the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion coming straight from New Japan, Sonata.
Okay, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion is on Impact and nobody said anything? What the fuck, man?
Surprise.
Okay, that's badass.
It is badass.
He's basically, for anyone who realizes, that means that he's basically the New Japan Pro Wrestling Champion.
Yes,
for lack of a better term.
And he's been making a splash in America. The last major American appearance that he made was at the Forbidden Door event where he beat Jungle Boy to retain the IWGP Heavyweight title.
Do you really see that jungle jackass wearing gold?
No, not even the FTW gold.
Exactly. Go on.
They really fucked up with Jungle Boy. But getting back to
this, he's earned it.
Yeah, I know. Getting back to the tag match, this was great fun. Surprisingly, the champ Sonata got very little ring time in there with the other bad guys, and Frankie Kazarian was worked over the most. The heels, Moose, Edwards, and Myers did their job in the divide and conquer strategy, keeping Frankie away from the team while Sonata's still recovering and Jake Something was still at the apron. They were keeping him grounded, and when they came back from commercial break, it was still Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers' game as they were working over Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian was able to get a comeback and was able to knock down Brian Myers with a series of moves before they both hit a double down clothesline. And then Jake Something finally got the tag, and he laid in all the competitors. He knocked down Eddie Edwards, he knocked down Brian Myers, and he even hit a pop-up sit-out powerbomb onto Moose.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's incredible, man!
That is incredible. That is an excellent display of strength. Moose was able to bounce back and was able to hit a powerbomb onto Jake Something, but may have hurt his lower back just a little bit. I saw him agonizing there. Ouch. Making me... giving me flashbacks.
Jose's having secondhand back pain just hearing about it.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta get that looked at, man.
But the action continued with Frankie Kazarian brawling with Eddie Edwards, and I kid you not, this spot was pretty awesome. I'm glad I caught it. Frankie Kazarian suplexed Eddie Edwards to the outside of the ring. And they both landed so clunkily, damn, that was crazy.
Okay, if you take a look at this, the suplex is happening with one of these guys straddling onto the ropes.
Yeah.
That is a fucking nightmare. How does that even work? This is his head. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm seeing his body now. I thought that this was his head over here. Okay, so there's his butt, there's his body. Okay, good Lord Almighty, these guys are going... Yeah, that is no bueno. You're going to have a bad time.
Yep.
Yeah. Vicente was saying for former ECW guys, a hurt opponent to help is making perfect sense to them. Remember Tommy Dreamer versus Eddie Edwards' feud, same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I get that, but I don't get that.
And of course, the main event came to a finish with Brian Myers being at the receiving end of the other babyfaces, Jake Something and Sonata, as they were able to pin and win. your winners, Frankie Kazarian, Jake Something, and Sonata. And
Didn't Jake Something actually score the pin?
Yes, he did.
Cool. Good for him. I don't recognize seeing him in anything worthwhile, but I guess that's just
he's been popping in and out of Impact, you know.
Yeah. So, but now he's going he's going to he's going for the starring matches over here.
Hells yeah, and yeah, the show ends with the babyfaces on top. No surprise ambushes, no bullshit, no cinematic shit that happened. That's where it ends.
All right, fantastic. Good way to wrap the episode.
Absolutely. Juan, ring that damn bell.
Don't mind if I do.
So this week's edition of Impact Wrestling was definitely a lot of fun. Great opening match with the Battle Royal with a surprise finish. Great 6-man tag match to wrap everything up on the show, and everything in the middle was also pretty good. Eddie Edwards was able wrestled a pretty good match against Khan, and of course Chris Sabin had a bangers X Division match against Zachary Wentz. Everything else did okay by the numbers. I see what they're doing with Crazy Steve, and if they play their cards right, this heel turn might actually turn out to be interesting and might actually bring some life back into Crazy Steve.
Yeah, we actually saw. Didn't Crazy Steve have some brand new weird face paint, or was it a mask or something?
It was a mask, and it looked sick.
What did you say it looked like? It looked like
that one cover from Disturbed.
From the first album of Disturbed?
Yeah, where it had like that twisted smile.
Oh yeah, that's how it freaking looked. Like, I hope that what they're trying to do here is that they'll make Crazy Steve into the horrifying monster heel that they tried to do with PCO.
Absolutely.
Because obviously PCO, he's awesome, he's an excellent wrestler, but please, enough with the goofy Frankenstein-y shit. At least the presentation with Crazy Steve makes it a little more intimidating, man.
Yes,
I can live with that.
Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, as I mentioned earlier, it was very, very, very disappointing for a go-home show and disappointing for a Fallout show.
Fallout/go home, yeah.
Fallout/go home, and I understand the reasonings. And
there were mitigating circumstances that shuffled the card into shit.
But also, you have a very big roster at your disposal.
How many fucking wrestlers under all of All Elite Wrestling?
I forgot the number, but it's in the triple digits.
It's always in triple digits. I mean, like, what, 200 or something?
No, 100 and something. I wouldn't say 200. That's too
much. Oh my god.
But the point being is that, yeah, no, this show is very lackluster, but I'm not taking anything away from the pay-per-view event. AEW definitely deserves a nod for, breaking records, for making history. So they deserve all of that. Okay?
All right. Yeah, and like we said, no one's going to take that away from them, but this showed that Tony doesn't really have that good of a method of thinking on the seat of his pants when it comes to fixing up a card at the last minute.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this week's edition of NXT was definitely fun with the opening steel cage match. I love the Creed brothers. A great fatal 4-way main event between the female competitors. Kiana James was also a surprise surprise winner, much like the Battle Royal from Impact. And everything else in the middle of the card was also pretty good. I love the Global Heritage Invitational. I love how WWE is presenting it, how they're doing it, and I think it is absolutely fantastic. And if they keep at it, that, the fans, they'll be a little weird to this style of wrestling, but they'll actually like it because it's different from when they presented it during the pandemic when there's no fans.
You're right, and we're definitely okay with something being different, with something being new, being interesting, as long as there's some form of logic over here.
Exactly.
Jacinta was saying that the picture of the suplex on there made it look like Eddie was trying to dive mid-suplex.
Absolutely, and NXT is not just a brand for newcomers, but it's also a brand that focuses on innovation. Much like how they introduced the War Games match. Reintroduced the War Games match, yeah, and like I said, if they play their cards right, they can make some really good business with the Heritage Cup and all the rulings. And who knows? Maybe just like the War Games, maybe WWE will give it the main event treatment in the future.
Who knows? Like, if they do that with they could do it with like a King of the Ring tournament, freaking pay-per-view event kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
and to say, listen, if you're going to mention War Games, you've got to mention it properly over here.
But it's not even time yet. We're not even close to November.
But Jose,
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can't do that without mentioning it properly here. Come on.
Okay, fine. Let's do it. Mention it properly.
Of course, absolutely.
War Games! War Games!
Oh, here it is.
War Games! War Games!
Regal.
Steve's obviously a huge.
Thank you for that one.
Daddy, is that you?
All right, so on next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, we will be covering the main event for this year's AEW All Out, whatever that main event is going to be, because I'm looking at the card right now and it's looking very lackluster.
Considering that at this point, like we mentioned last night on the Black Files, the fact that CM Punk isn't in Chicago, or that he hasn't been confirmed to appear at All In, it's going to make this very difficult for the crowd to actually get behind. And they have two other shows. They have Rampage happening tomorrow night, and they have Collision the next night, Saturday night.
Yes.
So they've got like 3 nights back-to-back of wrestling and programming, and they haven't built anything for All Out.
No,
What
they
the
haven't.
hell?
They've built a few matches for All Out, but nothing screams main event.
What the actual hell?
But we will find out next week. Until then, Wancho, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose as he reviews for you the best of the worst of 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling, the AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button. Ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an interflocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravensflock. They can't hear you.
Thank you for tuning in to another exciting edition of Wrestle Rewind. I'm your host, Jose Cachabona. That was Wanda Rouse. And cheers to all the wrestling fans in London.